set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Muscles by at the 25. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On first down, it's Newton. Completes it to Lee. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Raiders 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Bird on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
36-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
First down, here's White. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line.
Good.
A big play there on the option. 48 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a carry for White. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Taken down right at the line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
Brings up.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Check 20.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Fulton connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's a quick throw finding Edelman. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Julian Edelman. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd down and 8.
Let's go, D.
Out of the gun, Newton. Going deep here for Edelman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 83 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Raekwon McMillan on the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun. I got you, son. Right there. 50.
From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Lee's got it over the middle. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cam Newton. As the first half is winding down, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he's got it up and through.
The score, Raiders 28, Patriots 24. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And they're on the 17-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 4. Cam goes out wide quickly. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
To Marquise Goodwin.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Newton on third down. He's going to let this go deep for... And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down by...
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Operating from the gun. Newton flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Newton on first down. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Lee. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
8-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown, And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Newton out wide. That's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
20. Gun.
From the gun, Newton. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hurst on the tackle. A 6-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Newton has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Patriots 31.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 23-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Bird to return. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
First down and
a critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. To throw his car. The quick slant caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Jones. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
He was brought down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line from pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down, Las Vegas.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Here's Jacobs. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
brought down.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. The last play, we're still